Hey everybody, it is Cal Nitro for Nitromaniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited, and I just want to take some time out and give you kind of a quick Nitros take on two things that showed up on the WWE Network here over the past week or so. Hidden Gems is quite the feature on the WWE Network, and I've loved what they've uploaded over the past maybe 6 to 8 months or so. And what it encapsulates is some of the rare stuff from the WWE archives that wouldn't see the light of day otherwise. And this is where the Tom McGee Bret Hart thing was so huge a few months ago, and that stuff that was originally going to be one of the hidden gems uploads once they got the tape in from Mary Kate Anthony over on Twitter, and got everything set up. But they decided to do the documentary special instead to compete with the Starcast panel, the week before. So the backstory, a little bit of a backstory there from how I can interpret what happened with that deal. But Hidden Gems, yeah, if you check that out on the network, there is a ton of neat stuff on there. Even with the network redesign, I still think they've got a Kenny Omega match up there from when he was in developmental with WWE. There's a ton of neat stuff I was watching earlier today. The debut of the Luger in I guess it was Central Florida Wrestling at the time, the Gordon Soley announced promotion back in the 80s and that stuff. Of course, Lex Luger, but they just called him the Luger at that time. And what came out last week was a old marathon that they ran overnight. The actual date of it, I've got it right up here on the computer, was January 20th, 1995. And it's called the WCW All-Nighter. This is the second of two that they did. Apparently they did one in 1994. But this one here kind of counts down the top 10 Clash of Champions matches that were on TBS in the past, and kind of intercuts it with some pay-per-view matches from over the past year, and that's if to kind of get Hulk Hogan over and a couple other guys, Ric Flair, you name it. It's awesome. It's a solid 4 hours and 36 minutes of wrestling. You'll love the format of it. The complete WCW announce team basically sitting in a room at the Omni Hotel in Atlanta, just having a big party, a big watch party, complete with Tony Schiavone as the host, and you got Gordon Soley there. You got Mean Gene Okerlund, Bobby the Brain Heenan is involved. It's hilarious, and in fact, the interstitials in between the matches is what makes it, because they are some of the most funniest stuff you've seen ever. This is going back to like even Primetime Wrestling and TNT over on the WWF side. This is some really funny stuff. I really enjoyed it. So the reason why I bring that up is the same day that was uploaded onto the network, on the streaming side of the network, a brand new original presentation made its debut, which was 20 matches that define the Intercontinental title. And that was a 6 hour and 26-minute marathon of the top 20, well, not top 20, but just 20 matches that they picked that were Intercontinental title defenses from the archive. And it was hosted by Zack Ryder, who kind of popped up and did interstitial stuff. And, on top of it, there are ads for the upcoming Clash of Champions pay-per-view. Well, by the time you see this video, it will have passed. It was last weekend, but you get the point in the picture. And I think there's really a demand for these 4 hour and 6 hour kind of compilation marathon things on the network. I think a lot of people will throw on the network in the background and kind of go about their day, whether they work from home or they might have it on at their establishments or something or whatever. It's just a fun watch, a fun background thing to have on in the background. Or maybe some people like to chill out for a few hours and maybe have it on as they're going to bed at night or something or whatever. So I really think that there's a market for this. So for the WCW All-Nighter from 1995, the second WCW All-Nighter, I hope they upload the first one. I think they will, because the comments and support that this show has got online from a lot of the diehard network and wrestling fans has been great. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it. And at the time, it's kind of interesting to see what they think the top 10 Clash of Champions matches were. Of course, this is pre-NWO, pre-Dungeon of Doom even. This is like, January 20th, 95, so 94 had just wrapped. And as for the other one, the 20 matches that define the Intercontinental title, I wouldn't mind seeing a similar marathon for the tag team title and, of course, for the WWE Championship. I don't know about the Universal title yet at this point in the game, just because it would be a rehash of a lot of stuff. But I will give that a 8 out of 10. I think that if you run down the match selection online and that stuff, and I think there probably is, or if you get a chance to just look at the match selection for it on the network itself, if you start from the beginning or whatever, you watch it as an on-demand feature, you can jump from match to match to match. You'll notice that it is a lot of the network overdub stuff mixed with a lot of current stuff, which includes like, for example, Dolph Ziggler putting his career on the line at No Mercy a couple years back against The Miz, and the WrestleMania 34 triple threat. It closes with Zack Ryder winning the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania 32 in the ladder match. And of course all the stalwarts are there. You got Steamboat and Flair from WrestleMania 3. You got HBK and Razor from WrestleMania 10. It's a great mixtape, but it's intercut with current stuff. So if you can stomach the current product a little bit, you can get to the good classic, archival stuff, which a lot of it is in there. So I will give that, like I said, an 8 out of 10. I think it warrants a solid 8 out of 10 for sure. Throw your feedback below. Make sure you check out both of them. They're both up on WWE Network right now. WCW All Nighter is under Hidden Gems. And, of course, the 20 matches that define the Intercontinental title is in the now trending section on the WWE Network. And you could probably pick it up in the originals, under the originals tab as well. Right, folks, that's it for me. Later days. Happy wrestling watching. We'll talk to you next time from Nitromaniac TV's Wrestling Unlimited. I'm Kellen Nitro.